Welcome to Coding with TC. If you find today's content informative, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. That will actually help keep the channel alive. Before wasting any time, let's get straight into it. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to install Kali Linux into your Oracle VirtualBox, and also how to partition your hard disk drive, basically the drive that you're going to be having on your virtual machine. So I'm going to leave the link to this. The prerequisites are you're going to need the image file, the ISO file, which you're going to download here by clicking here. And then I'll also leave a link to download the Oracle VirtualBox in the description box below. So you're going to need those two installed and downloaded. You're going to need the VirtualBox installed. And then you're going to need this as a file only. You're just going to click here and then it's going to start downloading. But I'm going to cancel mine because I already have the file downloaded. So what you're going to do is come here, open your VirtualBox, which is where you're going to be installing your Kali Linux, create a new virtual machine. I'm just going to call it Kali tutorial. Okay, and then once you just name it that, you can name it whatever that you want to name it. And you come here, you're going to choose your image file here, the one that you just downloaded from the Kali website. You're going to come and choose other, and then you're going to go to where you downloaded your file. Here's my file. So I'm going to say open, and then automatically it will choose the version and the type for you. Okay, and then you're going to come to hardware, whereby you're going to assign the memory. You're going to assign your VirtualBox a memory and CPU. Then you're going to come to hard disk. Here you're going to choose the overall size of the hard disk that you want to assign to your virtual machine. Let me just say 250. It's cool. And then I'm not going to click pre-allocate. This is when you want to, like from the beginning, you want the whole virtual machine to take up the space that you allocate to it, or you can just leave it so that it increases dynamically as you use it. Then you click finish, and then you're gonna say start. So what you did is you assign that ISO file, that image file, so that when you start your virtual machine, it boots the file that's in it. So now we just gotta give it time, and then you just click enter here, graphical install. That's what we're gonna be doing. Just give it some time, let it load. Okay, so once it's done, you're gonna click you're gonna choose your language. So you just click continue, you choose your location in South Africa, so I'm gonna choose South Africa. You choose your language, your keyboard language. I'm just gonna choose American language, it's cool. And then from there you wait for it to start installing whatever that it's installing. Basically you're gonna wait for it to finish uploading, and then from here we will start with our partitioning of our drive. So let's just give it some time and we'll be with it just now. So once it's done loading everything, it's gonna get here, and then it's gonna ask for host name. So you're just gonna write the host name. Let me just say text bar SA, it's fine. You'll choose your host name, then domain name. Let me just say text bar spa. And it configures the network, and then you say full name for the user. Let's just say Clement. You'll be entering your details here, obviously. Then here we're gonna go for the username. Let's call it TC. You will enter the username that you want to use for your file, your system, I mean. And then here you're gonna go type in the password that you're gonna be using to log into your VirtualBox machine every time you log in, like your sign-in file into the virtual machine. That's the password that you're gonna be using. And then let's just give it some time to configure what it needs to configure. And then from here we're gonna start partitioning our hard drive, the drive that we set. Remember we set an overall hard drive to 250. So now we're going to partition it. In our case, I believe we're gonna let me just say I'm gonna partition it into three different so you click once it does that, you click on yes, and then you come here. This is the file that we're gonna be partitioning. So yes, it's gonna show maybe more or less of the number that you assign to it because of certain files. We don't need to get deep into that, but this is the drive that you're gonna be partitioning. So from here you click it and then you go continue. We're gonna partition this into we're gonna make three partitions, right? So creating three different partitions. The first one we're gonna have the root partition. The second one we're gonna have the swap, and then the third one we're gonna have our home folder. So basically, I'm gonna set the root partition to like 50% of our overall drive, and then 5% I might set it to swap, or we'll just do it as we go along. You haven't entered that. Yes, I'd like to create a partition. So now you go to the partition that you just created. You click this, you say continue, you say create new partition, then you say continue. So now you choose your partition size. So I'm gonna make the first one I'm gonna make is my root partition. So I will assign that to, let me just assign it to 150. That's my root partition. I'm sorry, 150 GB. Okay, I make it a primary beginning. So here I'm gonna set it to an ex4. Okay, it's already set to ex4. Mount point, I'm gonna mount it to the root. Is it the root? Yes, it's already set to the root. Okay, and then what else do we need to do? I think that's all we're gonna do. So you're gonna click done setting up the partition, and then click continue, and then we're gonna come here and create another partition, create new partition, click continue, and then let me just assign this one to this. Now we are creating the swap. I'll assign the swap to 25, which will be 10%. Let me just assign it to like 20 gigs. Click continue, on point. This is our swap. Okay, go back, you click use as, then we say swap area, then we say continue. It doesn't have a mount point, it already understands. You click continue, you click done setting up the partition, and then continue, and then the rest I'm just going to assign it to our home folder. So I'm going to say create new partition 98, all of it, primary. I'm assigning to home. Yes, it's going to be an ext4, and I say continue. Oh no, ext4. Done setting up the partition, and then you click continue, then you click continue from here. I mean, we have to say finish partitioning and write, then you click continue, and then it confirms if these are the disks that you want to partition. Then I click yes, and it will start doing everything it needs to do, partitioning everything, and you just have to wait for it to load from here. So let's just give it some time and then we'll get back to it. Okay, let's just give it some time. Okay, it's done, and then you're just gonna click continue from here. You don't really need to choose much unless if you have specific needs, but you just click continue from here, and then it installs all softwares. Let's continue to give it some time. So once it's done loading, this is the option that you're gonna see, the menu that you're gonna see, and then you just click continue, and you click your device, and then it will install the bootloader, and you also give it some time here. It might just take some time depending on your computer speed and other things. The previous installation took some time, but yeah, this is gonna take a shorter time. We are almost done. Okay, so it's done loading. This is the menu option that you're gonna see. You click continue, it will reboot the virtual machine. Let's give it a bit more extra time. So now it's rebooting, opening up your fully functional Kali Linux virtual machine. If you were aware, I was pausing the video from here and there whenever it was loading, just so we can save time. So here you're gonna log in with your username that you have set when you were configuring your virtual machine, and the password that you have set, and then yeah, voila, you have your Kali Linux virtual machine fully functional. It's running, and from here you can do anything that you need to do with your virtual machine. So yeah, congratulations, you have successfully installed your Kali Linux into your VirtualBox. That will be all for today. Thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe.